I'm Daniel Nadanek and I'm a first year medical student at Griffith University.
Hi, I'm Teresa Stilroba and I'm also a first year medical student at Griffith University. For me, I find that a lot of the stuff with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander health you can't really learn from a textbook or a lecture. You sort of have to be there, I guess. Well, that's what I found from the placement, but yeah, I was hoping to get a really real contextual understanding so that it wasn't just a superficial understanding thinking that I knew it, but I really didn't. The biggest thing that Dan and I were discussing was the fact that Dr. Raymond and Dr. Vicky really brought home that medicine's more than just science. There's a real spiritual side to it as well, and you can't hope to make someone's health outcomes improve if you don't respect, address and understand that. So I think the biggest example that stood out to me was we had a client come into the clinic and he said he was having trouble sleeping. And I guess for a normal doctor maybe working here, they'd probably address it with some sort of medication. But Dr. Raymond sort of looked deeper into the social determinants of health. And he's like, are you still living on this campsite where there's obviously no running water, hygiene facilities? And he sort of delved deeper and understood that the sleeping problems could also be attributed to where he was living. So that was a really big thing that came out of it for me, because in the lectures we've learned about social determinants of health, but not really how to apply it to a primary healthcare setting. So that was really big for me as well. The first day, like, we were so lucky, we didn't expect it, but Vicky and Raymond took the whole day off work. Like, they obviously weren't even getting paid to take us around, but they took us to Butler Bay, so on the beach, and we kind of, yeah, we just sat there. It's taking you back. And we just sat there and Raymond sort of spoke to us about the importance of the intimate connection to the land. And what I really enjoyed about that was that he took a strength-based approach, whereas I find in some textbooks and lectures, they take quite a problem-based approach. So it was really inspirational listening to Dr. Raymond talk, because he was so passionate that you literally don't have a choice. You become passionate by default. Like, he's great.
It's infectious.
Yeah, it is. It's absolutely infectious, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Dr. Raymond and Dr. Vicky would like stop their consultation, explain everything, draw diagrams, and then go back to the patient. Like, what other supervisor would ever do that?
Yeah. I suppose not just recognising that, you know, we learnt a lot about Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander health, but also the rural and remote aspect of it. So I was surprised by how well resourced Palm Island was in terms of the health facilities available. It's quite a supportive environment. There's a really large network of health professionals that work there, whether they're there permanently or fly in, fly out. So I didn't feel like there was any sort of lack of support or anything like that. It was quite well equipped and well resourced.
We brought Monopoly with us because we didn't know if there'd be a TV. But we ended up watching, all the channels seem to be from Northern Territory. So there's some really weird advertisements from like Alice Springs and Darwin. So we definitely got a good education on the Northern Territory.
We know what to do if we go to the Northern Territory, pretty much.
Yeah. We also, well, I went reefing and Dan went pig hunting.
How'd that go?
So good. We didn't catch anything.
Did you get the spider shots?
No, there weren't any because the tide was too high. So we had to sort of go around in the shallow water. But it was still good. We dug for the shells under the sand.
Yeah.
You can't really get this sort of valuable information out of a textbook or a lecture, no matter how great the speaker is. And Dr. Raymond agreed. He's like, you have to be here, you have to feel it. I think it's what you were saying last time, Blake, is that you felt that spiritual connection. So you have to sort of witness that. I think it would be great if everyone could go. I think it's absolutely necessary, especially for people that may not have acknowledged their own beliefs and values or understanding of First Peoples health. It might be good for them to sort of acknowledge that.